Yo, it's me, Kid Duck. You know me, right? It's me, Kid Duck. You know me. Okay. So today in this video, as the title states, I want to be talking about my plans for 2021 as a YouTuber and as a person. Uh, First, we'll be talking about. I also want to talk about my 2020 and how what I went through. It wasn't. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as most people. And I want to share my experience because there's some people that just feel like they're alone out there, despite there being like 7 billion people in the world, and there's really no way you can have an original thought because there's probably always going to be someone who thought of it. But sometimes it just feels like you're the only one out there, you know? And I want to share my experience so people can, it, so those people who feel like they're the only one out there can have a sense that they're not, if you get what I'm trying to say. So first, I want to talk about my goal as a YouTuber for this year. Me personally, I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. And that's quite a long way from where I am right now. 141. Thank you guys. I was at like 110, and then I got a boost, and I want to thank you guys for that. That makes me very happy, and I want to keep making you guys happy by making content that you guys will enjoy. It's a two-way street. I post the content, you watch it and give me your opinion on it, you know? So that's what I want to do for my YouTube channel. I also want to get a capture card so I can make better content because I'm just using the regular PS4 screen recorder. It's okay, but it's not the best. I also need to get an editing software because Lord knows that my videos are they're pretty crap, honestly. I can't sugarcoat it, man. But I guess that's all I really want for my YouTube channel as of for this year. And I hope you guys will join me on that journey. Uh, and I hope that we can make it by the end of the year. If we can, that's freaking epic, guys. And I will say thank you, of course, because if I didn't, I'd just look like a conceited asshole, and I am don't want to be seen that way. It's not a very good way to be seen. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about. I guess we could be talking about me. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kid Duck. That's what you guys will know me by. That's my name, my only name. I don't have a real name. That's what's on my birth certificate. I wish show you guys, but then I'm not going to because it's my business. I'm 16 years old at the time of this recording, and I guess my interests are YouTube. I like doing, I guess, drama stuff, like theater stuff. I was in improv in 8th grade, and I did crew stuff, which helps with the backstage people and stuff like that. So I dabble in that kind of stuff. I like voice acting. I think that's my main goal as a human, to become a voice actor. Uh, I also love singing. Singing is just something I do a lot. If you peep the streams a couple times, you might catch me singing. Um, I also like helping people out. I just it's just something I enjoy doing. I like talking to people. I like picking at their brain, but in a sense where I can understand where they're coming from and how they're feeling, so I can help other people that feel that way. Then again, there's too many people out in the world and they're all different in many different ways. But I that's just me. I like meeting new people because it's very interesting to see the many different viewpoints of different people. For me, at least, you can have your own opinion on that. That's fine with me. No one's not everybody's gonna agree with me, and that's fine. That's just something I'm gonna live with. Something we're all gonna have to live with because there's always gonna be someone with a conflicting viewpoint. Than a viewpoint that conflicts with yours, and there's really nothing you can do about that. Uh, I think that's enough with my interests. I want to talk about my hopes and dreams for when I grow up and what I want my hopes and dreams for this channel as well. Ideally, I want to do YouTube as a hobby when I grow up, posting fun videos, better content than what I'm doing right now. Hopefully, by then, I'll probably have 1 million subscribers. If not, then that's tough. We'll get there someday. Uh, and that's about it. But I mentioned earlier that I want to become a voice actor. Uh, I just find it interesting how you can make maybe like think of anime. You know how there's a sub before there's a dub. I just want. I find it interesting how you can make those characters come to life in a different language. You know, because everybody loves a certain character, and you're always gonna uh, love them because of something. And I guess one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite voice actors, I should say, is Christopher Sabat. He does the voice of Vegeta, Piccolo, and I think Yamcha in the Dragon Ball series. He also does Zoro from my favorite anime, One Piece. He also voice acts in Full Metal Alchemist as something Armstrong. He also voice acts in, I believe, Fairy Tail. He does a lot of stuff, and I'm just in love with his voice. He also voice acts as All Might. I can't believe I forgot that. But me personally, I just love the way his voice is. It just brings all those characters to life. And me personally, I want to do the same thing because nowadays people are just growing up on anime. You know, everybody you talk to most people, everybody watches anime. Like everybody has their own favorite anime. Everybody's at least watched Dragon Ball once in their life, you know. And I want to be one of those people that someone someday will say, "Hey, this guy's my favorite voice actor. He's like just the best." So I guess that's my hope and one of my main hopes and dreams. And I think that'll be the only one I talk about in this video. I probably won't do a video like this again. Okay. I guess I'll talk about my 2020 experience. So 2020, I was in 8th grade. 8th grade started off pretty good for me. I was very optimistic going into that year or that school year, and it showed, I guess. I was in improv. I was a crew captain. I also was the president of student council. What else was I? I was doing meetings for the board people about presentations for the board people about our school, about things that we wanted to be changed. We'd take surveys, ask kids what they want, and then we'd just present that to the board people, and they would come up. We would come up with solutions on the spot, see what we could do as a school and as individuals. So that was pretty fun. It got up to the point where I was going to have a whole city hall meeting, but since the whole COVID thing started, I wasn't able to do that. And unfortunately, because of COVID, a lot of the traction many people had was just lost, and it's very sad to say that. You know, because there were some people like me who ended up trying harder that year, and just to know all that traction that you had just went down the drain is kind of very depressing, you know. Like you put so much effort into something just to see it go away, you know, and that's not very fun, you know. And then a little bit before e-learning started, which was around, I think it was after December, I believe. It was in 2020, so yeah, it was definitely after December. A girl I liked unfortunately took her life. And I want to say, me personally, I'm a huge advocate for anti suicide. That's something I firmly believe in. You can have your own opinions on that, that's fine. But I personally think no one should have to be pushed to the point to take their own life. You know, it's a very sad thing for anyone to do. It doesn't matter who you are or what you've done. you shouldn't have to be pushed to that point to where you'd have to take your own life. You know, it's it's not a very good situation for the people you that love and care about you, and it it's very sad. Not only that, the whole e-learning stuff started, all the traction I had was gone, and it didn't affect me right away. You know, I was like, it's like this sometimes. You got to live with it. So I lived with it for a while, and then it started hitting me around the time when I graduated. We didn't have a dance. We didn't go on our cruise. We didn't go to Six Flags. It was tough. I was like, damn. I was very excited for this stuff. Like all these things with my friends. This was going to be possibly our last time seeing each other because we're going into high school. A lot of the people you knew in middle school, you'd probably never see them again. So that was pretty, and like, I was like, damn, that sucks. I, I thought I'd get to spend time with my friends a little bit longer, but I guess not. You know, it's a very, I'm going to say this a lot, but it's a very depressing situation to be put into. But, sometimes you got to move past this stuff. It's not always easy. I'm not going to say it is easy. It's pretty tough most of the time to move on past certain situations. But after e-learning started, we went to Florida because my grandmother had just gotten out of surgery. We went to go surprise her because we haven't talked to her in a good minute. It's like that some family that you just don't talk to for a while. It's like that whole Cell scene. You thought you'd never see me again, but I'm alive. And you just pop out of the blue. So we did that. We surprised her. We were there for about a week or two. And then I think things started to go down even deeper into the hole. We lost a couple family pets. Two of them that I knew them all since I was little, but the two that we lost were two that I named specifically. It was very sad, and hopefully they have a good place and wherever they are, and hopefully they are having the best life that they could possibly have wherever they are, because they lived a good life. I'm pretty sure them as dogs were not unhappy with the life that they were living. You know? And then after that, after the dogs died, time passed. A lot of the stuff around the world just started spiraling and spiraling. You know how it is now. You've probably seen it. Everybody went through their own problems. Everybody was losing loved ones. Everyone was not being able to see their friends. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't super fun for everyone. Time passed, and then, whoa, it's almost 2021. How crazy! It seems as if we've been living a whole decade in a year. It's crazy. Who'd have thought? You know? Around that time, I'm a freshman. Uh, and school starts again. Summer break. Summer break was summer break. I was in Florida helping my grandma out with stuff. The just being used for manual labor by your family. You love to see it. Me personally, I didn't love to see it because I didn't benefit a thing out of it. I didn't get paid, but that's fine. That's fine. You don't need to get paid for everything. I got paid for in food actually, about chicken wings and stuff. So I guess it's a fair deal. But school starts again. Everything's fine. E-learning, you don't really have to pay attention to anything that's actually going on. uh you really just, it's very easy. It's not that hard, which is probably the thing that I don't like about it, because I was like, dang, high school's gonna actually make me try this time. Now I'm in all honors, putting less than minimum effort and still getting all B's. Very, very lackluster. But I guess my situation's not the same for many other people, you know. And then we go up a couple more months, and then I hear that one of my aunts died. I'm like, oh crap, that's tough, you know. She was old already. Her husband had died a couple years ago. We went to his funeral, and she died n- due to COVID. But there's like the aftermath of having COVID. You know, it's like her body was too old to deal with the damage that COVID had already done to her. So she unfortunately passed away, and it was very sad because we thought we would be able to see her for the next year. You know, we thought we didn't expect it to happen. You know, no one ever expects something like this to happen. It's very sad. So that happened, and I think that's the last thing that ended up happening until we go straight into 2021. Ooh, 2021. Ooh, 2020 is over, and everything's gonna be great again. Um, how wrong we were, you know, Capitol Hill. But not only did that happen, like 5 hours into 2021, my uncle goes into the ER emergency room because he had a stroke, not a stroke, a seizure in his sleep. And then my aunt is worried sick because of it, because, I mean, you don't want to you, you don't expect this kind of thing. Not from anyone. He's a perfectly healthy person, but for a perfectly healthy person to just have a seizure out of nowhere in their sleep, it's pretty frightening, you know. So that happens. I'm helping her out for a while. One of the main reasons why the last episode of One Piece Pirate Warriors wasn't uploaded sooner, despite the fact that I just needed like 14 more seconds, and then the end cutscene would have been done. You know, that's very tough. But yeah, okay, that was my 2021. It wasn't as bad as most people, but it was still pretty crappy, you know. And my heart reaches out to those people that had to go through worse than what I had to go through, because, you know, it's bad feeling like you're the only one out there. It's never a fun feeling. And I just want to say, for those people that are going through those struggles as of right now, uh, I hope that you can persevere during your time, during your struggle. And I hope that there's people around you who can actually help you, you know? Because going through a struggle like what my aunt is going through by yourself is, it's very, 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 very lonely, you know? Feeling like you're the only one out there. It's not something you want to it's not something you want to go through. So, I just hope that you can keep going on, keep fighting the good fight, and keep your head up despite these dark times, you know? Because this is only the beginning of this year. Who knows what this year has for us, you know? It could be good stuff, it could be completely terrible stuff. But as long as you keep your head up and keep fighting, um, it'll always end up being good in the end. Okay. I preached a lot. Um, I don't know when I turned into one of those preachers in the church, but you know, just like hallelujah, you know. I don't know what I'm saying. So I guess now it's time for a little bit of my background, a little bit of my lore. Uh, as you know, I'm a male. Uh, I grew up with a single mother. I have two sisters. I'm not gonna say their names or age, but if you know, you know, and you better keep that to yourself. Okay, or don't. I don't really care. But so I guess uh, my tragic backstory starts. I guess when my mom decided to marry my stepdad, and it doesn't sound that bad until you know what he did. Which I guess what he did was abuse me both physically and mentally from like when I was like what 9 through like 11, no 9 through like 12. He abused me during that time period. It was bad. I want to say I don't remember much from then. All I know is that he used to just hand my ass to me for every little reason that he had. Seemed to give him pleasure. uh, I thought that that's what love was. Oh, you love me. Oh, you're kicking my ass at the same time. I guess that makes sense. I don't know if that's what love is. Just kicking somebody, the person you claim to love's ass all the damn time. But that's what it was for me. You know. Now I don't have to live with that. Luckily, it's been like 4 to 5 years where I haven't had to deal with something like that. My mother hasn't had to deal with something like that because not only did he abuse me, he also laid his hands on her as well, and it's an unfortunate situation to have been in. You know, uh, and I think that's the only thing that my tragic backstory has to offer. I mean, sure, some other guys that my mom was with, they also didn't like me, but they didn't like mistreat me the way that he did. My actual stepdad, because she ended up marrying him. But yeah, uh, that's my tragic backstory. It's not as bad as most people. Like, some people get hospital records because of how bad it is. I never got sent to the hospital, luckily. Uh, I think my mom could have been, but it. I don't really know. So I guess that's the only bad thing that's really happened to me in my life. I'd like to think I don't really remember much. Maybe it's because how often he used to hit me across the head and stuff. Maybe I have some brain trauma or something. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, that's my backstory. Now you know a little bit about me. It's very depressing, but don't let it get to your head or something. Stuff happens. You just gotta move on. And I guess moving on took a little while for me. It took me about 3 years. Uh, Around fifth grade, I was in a school in Florida. Uh, Despite how happy and cheery I was, I don't think I was all too happy and cheery. I didn't have as much hatred for the world as much as I had it for when I was in sixth grade because I just hated everything. I hated everything to do with anything. Didn't even have to make sense. I just had to hate it, you know? Just burning hatred and swelling up with inside me. And it's unfortunate, you know? I don't think anyone has to go through that. Just to hate everything, to be pushed to where they just dislike and hate everything, even if they didn't do anything necessarily to you. And I'm also not saying this out of like, oh, pity me. I went through some bad stuff. Oh, please pity me. Just pity me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know? No. This is not what this is about. I just want to share my experiences with you guys. I want to be upfront with it, since you guys are going to be joining me in my life if I'm going to commit to this YouTube thing, as a hobby. I'm not going to do it full time. But, you know, sometimes people go through some things and it just feels crappy to feel like you're going through it alone. Because that's what it felt like for me. Like I was the only one out there that was going through it. And I guess my viewpoint changed when I started to realize that I wasn't the only one who was going through some stuff. when I started hearing about other people's stories and other people's problems, I was like, damn, I did not have it as bad, you know? And it was more of an epiphany, if anything. So that's enough of my backstory, my crappy backstory. Uh, this this video probably doesn't make too much sense. So let's go back to preaching, okay? I'm gonna preach about how let's make 2021 your year, our year. Make it better for us as an or you as an individual, you know? Because sometimes you need a little bit of light in the darkness because if it's all dark all the time, that's no fun, you know? You don't want to be living in a mopey, droopy world all the damn time. You gotta have a little bit of light to outshine the dark, you know. And I guess that's what I want to be for people. That little shine of light in the little bit of darkness that you're feeling, you know. So that's my main goal with this channel, to make people feel happy, even if it's for like 20 minutes or so. So that's that. I also have a Discord server. You guys should join. I'll probably put it in a pinned comment down below. And I think I'll be ending this video soon. It dragged out for too long, and I'm pretty sure none of it makes sense. But you know, it'd be like that sometimes. I didn't have no script. Most of this was improvised. Well, the structure of this was improvised, and I hope it makes some sort of sense, you know. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Feel free to share this with anyone, you know. Someone you think that needs something like this. I'm not sure how useful it'll be because I didn't really go into like my full preaching potential, you know, but I just try to make 2021 your year, you know. Do the best you think you could do. Go work out, go for a walk, cook something for your family or something. Try to make someone laugh. Be someone's friend. You know, because something like that can go a long way. You never know what people are going through. And just being there for someone that may need it can really go a long way. So, well, that's all I really got to say. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Feel free to share, like, comment, give me your opinions about my channel down below. I'd love to see what you guys think. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. See ya.